The first thing I want to see is what does he look like when he's throwing? Literally, like his face. Is he grimacing at all? Is he starting to just to wiggle his elbow, wiggle his arm? Because it was the shoulder issue last year. So we're talking about how does he feel? Does he look comfortable out there? How's his rhythm? How's his motion? Does he look like he's getting any of that stuff back? That will come with time, so that's not a big deal. But then specifically with Kluber, he's not a big velo guy to begin with. A few years ago he could pump it up to 95, 96 if he needed to. Not so much anymore, so you're not too worried about that. 88 to 90, he should be able to get that up at least a few miles an hour. But really, it's about the zip at the end there. Is that thing finishing well? Is it finishing well into my mitt? And then for him, one of his biggest pitches, to me, probably his biggest pitch, is you can call it a curveball. I call it more of a slider because he can change shapes with it and he can change speeds with it so well. It's all kind of one pitch. Really good spin on it. How is that thing coming out of his hand? Does it have those rotations that I'm used to seeing from a guy like him? I think everything else would kind of follow, but specifically with him, you don't have to worry so much about the velo, but that location and then the slider.
Sarah, I'm sure Corey Kluber still believes he is Corey Kluber. However, there's those of us at home who are wondering if he can stay healthy for a full season. So should a team like the Mets be pursuing him with maybe an incentive-laden deal?
I think he's absolutely worth pursuing. Anthony was talking about the velo, and if you look at his course over the last few years, leading up to basically missing the last 2 seasons with injury, it very much had to do with that velo going down, but I think that part of it is him learning how to pitch with that lower velocity. 2016, he had a really great season. He had a really great postseason until Game 7, and then 2017 onward, he was good in the regular season, but seemed to run out of gas. So I think that he may have been pitching with an injury at that point. I know there's been some speculation about 2017 and 2018 for him. So to me, if he looks healthy, regardless of where that velocity is, he's going to be a good addition. And there's so much potential there. And it's all about that breaking ball. He kind of calls it a cutter. It's kind of a curveball. It's kind of a slider. It's a little bit hard to discern because pitchers have, specific names that they want for these pitches. But whatever it is, if that's working for him with a sub 100 batting average against, that is what you want to see. I think it's worth waiting to see if that could happen for him. I absolutely think an incentive-laden deal, see how many innings he can get up to, is completely worth it for any team right now, especially a team like the Mets.